Hi all, Hal here with more 7 Days to Die. Happy Monday, hope you all have a fantastic day. And yeah, it's Monday, so hopefully it hasn't been too stressful for everybody. As you can see, we are in day 12, going into the afternoon, which means we have a dog horde coming up at some point in the near future. Right now, what I am working on is trying to get the rest of my corn planted so that we can start getting some crops going. I just finished harvesting the potatoes. I waited for the corn to get up to at least the four. Basically, you get the three from the top and then one from the bottom piece. So basically what we're trying to do is just to get as much of this stuff done as possible before we run into problems with the dogs. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this. We're gonna go ahead and helps if I tell it to start crafting. Okay. So what we're gonna do is as you can see, we've got the corn in the valleys here, and we're going to do corn all the way through, and then we're going to do potatoes on top until we get a full 3 rows of the potatoes. Once we have all of that and the harvest comes in, then we'll swap. We'll put the potatoes down in the bottom and the corn up top, because you get so much more corn, you really don't need to be harvesting a whole lot of it. One of the things that we do need to start working on as well is going to be the cement mixer. But right now I am more worried about the dog horde than I am anything else. So, not seeing it show up yet. Okay, well. See, the last time it showed up at around 1 o'clock, 1300 in game. This time, I'm betting it's going to be a late afternoon. It'll probably show up around like 5 o'clock in game or so. So like 1700. Alright, so. Oh. That so should have been a headshot. See, the accuracy nerfs to the bow weapons are just kind of ridiculous. You know, yeah, they're still nice because you can kill things from range, but they need to be more accurate. Oh well, I guess the archery skill, you know, handles all of that now. That's okay. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and grab some resources. Iron hutch. Use this. I don't know if we need that or not, but we'll bring it just in case. I could plant corn. You are going to go ahead and scrap. Scrap that as well. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and head downstairs for a little bit. Get some of this stuff put away. Keep the shovel on us in case we need to beat a hasty retreat. Alright, so let's go grab some, check to make sure we have everything we need down here. Hunting rifle. No. Oh, you know what it was? We have that, but we can't repair it. Okay. So we can make the hunting rifle if we had the barrel. What's funny is I think I scrapped the barrel recently. Oh, that figures, doesn't it? Alright, so we're going to be able to scrap some of this stuff down. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? We do have the Magnum. Let's make sure we have all of the bullets out of here. Let's grab the Magnum out. So we should have all of our ammo downstairs now. Okay. So let's go check, make sure. At some point I will probably put a hay bale down here. I think that still works. Oh, would be my luck that it didn't, right? I would drop down, hit something, die, lose my backpack with all my gear. Alright, so let's go over here, take a look. This is where we got all of our miscellaneous stuff currently. Okay, scrap brass. There. 9mm. So, oh, I thought we had some Magnum rounds. Probably getting it confused with the multiplayer. Let's see. All of our lives start overlapping. Alright, so actually, let's go ahead and get you out of there, get you out of there. Pick all you up. There we go. Because we have a bunch of metal over here, so we keep all of this together. We use leather and cloth for mini bike stuff as well. So let's go ahead and move this over here. You are a food item. Should be about it, I believe. So we want you down there so we know exactly where you are. Let's put your building stuff. So what we're doing is basically trying to open up some space in our inventory so that we don't have a situation where we have all of our really good stuff on us. But that also opens us up to the fact that if we die and can't get back in here, we're kind of screwed. So, okay, I think that's everything. Now I'll just need to go upstairs. We'll go place the potatoes. So this one may end up being a bit of a calm one. I'm basically just hanging out until we get the dog horde. And then Wednesday, I think, will be the horde night. I'm going to basically end up doing a lot of stuff off camera just because it's mostly maintenance and upkeep at this point. Getting things like our crops sorted out. Making sure we have everything that we need supply-wise. So it's basically things that I can do, you know, somewhat AFK. Not completely, because I have to be aware of, you know, incoming hordes and stuff, but for the most part, we can actually, you know, relax a little bit while we get the heavy crafting done. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this stuff running. So yeah, if you didn't see last week, I was talking about some of the upcoming changes, well, the potential upcoming changes, I should say. Nothing set in stone, obviously, but Mafke and some of the other folks from the Broken Ankle crew have got some videos up that you might be interested in seeing, talking about specifically what's going on with things like the mini bike as well as its progression track. Lots of interesting potential items in the game, or coming to the game, one of them being that rotocopter. And if you want to see it, I do recommend you check out Mafka's video. Should be up on his channel. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to see if I can find some answers for you if I don't know already. Okay, so we have an extra battery. The question is do I want to sacrifice it to make another light? Maybe. Alright. Yeah, so one of the things that I'd like to do before day 14 gets here, but I don't think we're going to have a chance to do it, is to take the wood spikes out around the edge and cobble that up. Basically put some cobblestone in and reinforce the walls a little bit. And there goes my wonderful broken keyboard. Dang it. There we go. Shoot you in the leg, buddy. Really don't want you walking into my spikes. And too late. And he's dead. Okay. That took entirely too many shots. Okay, so where are the dogs? Anybody see dogs? I don't see dogs. And that worries me. So what I did do off camera is I went ahead and, as you can see, I replaced some of the spikes that we had lost, expanded it out by another row on the side over here as well as along the back side. Alright, well, let's go see if we can find us some feathers really quick. Because there was a bunch of birds' nests in the area that I have not been actively looting. So, want to make sure we are searching all of these that we can, because I am starting to run low on a lot of resources, and feathers being a prime one for current weapon technology. Figures. Alright. See, when I was out on the mini bike, I should have been paying better attention to the feather and nest situation, but is what it is. And we have to deal with what we got. So, we are going to deal with what we got. Got to be paying very close attention to these things. And I broke the survivor's cardinal rule. I wasn't paying attention to my supplies. And now I may end up paying the price for it. So now, one of the things I had thought about doing, and I've seen a couple of people do something similar to this, basically when you find nests, bring torches and wood blocks with you, wood frames. Because what you can do is you can put a wood frame next to it and put a torch on the frame. Or you can just put torches on the ground if you think you're going to be able to see them. But I don't like the take the chance that the tryhards are going to be able to come through and destroy them. Because if they run into it, they'll take it out if it's in their path. So, dang it. Well, it's not like I can't use the eggs, but I would really like to get the feathers. How are we doing for feathers anyway? We got 82. That's something at least. Nope. Always nice when they drop quickly. Even better when she has food on her. Okay. See, what I really need to do is come out here and start mowing some lawn so we can actually see the nests out here. Yeah. Okay, I'm starting to get a little paranoid because we are about that time where we should be seeing dogs. All right, let's start heading back because I think I'm freaking myself out a little bit. Did I already loot this one? Oh. Now see, if I didn't need food, or if I needed food, I wouldn't find the eggs. I'd only be finding feathers. And I think we are about done before the dogs show up. Because I have this really bad feeling that they're going to show up like right now. Any bets? So we got plenty of feathers on me now. That'll help. We are definitely not ready for day 14 horde though. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go ahead, drop down, go grab some resource, start making some crossbow bolts, and I'll bring you back when the dogs show up, because I'm thinking that they should be showing up here a couple of minutes, and we're already coming up on, well, just past 17 into the episode, so I don't want you just hanging out here. Well, I guess you could just hang out if you want to. I'll let it run. Why not, right? It'll just be a little bit longer than normal episode. Make sure I don't have any more feathers in here. No feathers, no feathers, no feathers. Yes, okay. Any feathers? Not seeing any feathers. No feathers. Okay. At least we're doing okay for food. Before I forget. You know what? I don't even have to go downstairs to grab stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and say, let's make some bolts. Do that. We're going to go sit upstairs, watch the grass grow, and wait for some zombie dogs to show up. Come on. So, like I said, hopefully everybody's having a good week so far and had a great weekend. For those who may be mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. A little belated, but, you know, didn't get to say it on Friday, so. And for those who may not celebrate Mother's Day, well, you know, happy Parents' Day. How's that work? Parents' Day Part 1. You know, Parents' Day Part 2 is in June, so. Alright. Okay, so while we're waiting, we got ourselves making crossbow bolts. Okay, so last time when we were here, we basically took the mini bike up north over here and did a bit of exploring, and all we really ran into was a lot of the burnt houses and the like the ranger shacks and stuff. So I'm thinking next what we're gonna do is head east. I don't know, maybe like over here somewhere, and we'll head out that way, see what we find. If we have time, what we'll do is then cut diagonal back to where until we meet up with this area, so that we can start opening up some of the map and see what biomes we have out there. Because it looks like we've got a, obviously we have the forest biome, we've got the burnt biome that we're in, plains biome. So I'm wondering if we've got anything out past that. With my luck, it's going to be either snow or desert, or really burnt. But I'm really looking for a desert biome, because what I'm looking to find is the shale. And if we can get the shale, we can start making, actually start mass producing fuel. But we will see how that goes. And then for the folks who don't necessarily watch the multiplayer stuff, we're actually going to be this weekend, will be the first for the normal multiplayer, the weekend multiplayer crew with Silver, Sharky, and S'more. And we're going to be using the Val mod. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. We're actually using the overhaul version, which is the more hardcore. Basically, you can't even upgrade a wooden block unless you are the builder class. What the mod does is it introduces classes as well as locks down the schematics. So you have to be specific classes to get certain schematics or to use certain skills and perks. Introduces a bunch of new perks and a bunch of other things. It's a complete overhaul for 7 Days to Die. So if you've been away from the game and you're looking to come back with something a little bit more of a challenge than being able to build everything and anything, check out the Val mod. It's pretty interesting. I'll put a link in it for the multiplayer stuff. We're not using it here currently, but I'm thinking I may make the change over, because switching between vanilla and the modded, I basically have to keep either 2 instances of the game, or I have to keep reinstalling things for the game. And if Mad Mole and the Fun Pimps release an update, then I have to reinstall everything again anyway. So I'm like, I may go ahead and switch over to Val mod for the solo play stuff as well. I'm thinking if I do that, we may go with something a little bit more survival RP stuff, but yeah, just where my thought processes are. Alright, so as we come up on the 1700, like I said, this is about where the dogs should have been spawning already, but we'll see how it goes. Of course, I may have broken the spawner too. Yeah, because I'm not seeing dogs. Alright, let's take a look at the spawner really quick. Yep, no dog spawns. All sorts of zombie spawns. But no dogs. Interesting. So did I get them earlier in the morning and I didn't see them? Because I may have seen that we may have gotten them when we were out on the bike. But we used to get them around midday, and here we are going into evening. So I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. If I run into the dogs before I finish up for the evening, then I will bring you back and give you a little bit of bonus content. Otherwise, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you for taking your time and spending a little bit of it with me this afternoon. I hope you all have a fantastic day. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know down in the section below each of the videos. You know the routine. I'll get to you as soon as I can, and I apologize if I miss you. Nothing personal. I just ran out of time. And I am out of time, so I'm out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and we will see you all back here tomorrow for some of that wonderful, wonderful Space Engineers stuff. Or Wednesday for more 7 Days to Die in Empyrean. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. All right. Anybody see puppies? I still don't see any puppies. I guess I have to go change my milk bone pants. Oh, well.